Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD and this is Fast Effect. We've got some double speed Magic the Gathering here. This time we've got Vintage. I am back running Vintage events, and here we've got Justin on PO, and he has started with Seed of the Synod, Mox Opal, and Mox Jet to get off a Thoughtcast on the first turn, but Jason is on Shops. So while Justin is going to be all about fast mana, Jason's going to do everything he can do to restrict it. And Sphere of Resistance turn 1 off of a Mishra's Workshop. Going to potentially make comboing off significantly more difficult. Monastery Mentor comes down. One of the biggest threats that he could possibly have here in just enough mana. And a 4-mana play here. Foundry Inspector. Emerald. And a pass. Most likely drew the Emerald for turn there. The way that line makes any sense. And a 3-mana play here. We're going to see some monks entering the battlefield. Merchant Scroll. Going to grab Hurkyl's Recall, a main deck bomb in this matchup. Not a lot of ways of pushing that out of range. Multiple spheres from here, or a Chalice at 2. There's Walking Ballista. And that takes out the Monastery Mentor, leaving just the one monk. So all of a sudden, that Hurkyl's Recall is so much less exciting. Either the Synod. Now the Hurkyls may still clear the way. We've got a Thoughtcast. Thoughtcast getting some additional cards for Justin. Of course, having a full grip, not that exciting. You can't actually cast your cards, and this Sphere Resistance seems like it's doing a lot of work. Got Wasteland taking out that Tundra. And a Steel Overseer. Another Steel Overseer. And Hurkyl's being fired off. Is this the turn for Justin? Thoughtcast gets the ball rolling. Looks like a couple of lands, perhaps. And Paradoxical Outcome. Just 2. Got Voltaic Key. And Sensei's Top. And the race is on. Needs to find Time Vault or some more gas. A 1/1 monk token, very unlikely to be enough. Not very good at playing defense. And we've got a Foundry Inspector into a Metamorph. Metamorph countered. And there's the Time Vault for infinite turns. That is enough for Jason to move on to game 2. Paradoxical Outcome. One of the most powerful cards in the format, certainly in terms of unrestricted cards on an extraordinary power level. The ability to chain them together, really what puts the card well over the top. But it is worth noting that even just drawing 3 or 4 cards off of it is absolutely just unreal power in a format like Vintage, where you're very often doing it for no mana. Once you're POing for higher numbers, you're almost certainly netting mana with every iteration. I do think that the 4 preordained builds of the deck are amongst the strongest, instead of running a bunch of kind of marginal cards, especially versus decks like Shops. Just the ability to consistently dig toward the best cards in the deck. Those cantrips. Very powerful. Allows you to operate off of basic island very well. Though Justin here is liking Seed of the Synod. We'll see how he does this event with it. Jason I haven't seen in a long time. Really nice to have him back in the room. To play against Jason years ago, before when Legacy was really just started. Justin used deck divider that all the players got. Part of the ELD Open. Great to be back running vintage events. We had 14 players for this one. This was over Father's Day weekend. It was also opposite GP Vegas. So there were quite a few people who regretted not being able to make it, but they already had plans for Vegas or to be with family. I am looking forward to the next one, and I really would love to get back to the 30-plus person vintage tournaments that I used to run back in the day for Brainstorm or Gush Vintage. It's a new breed, a new player base, and I don't see any reason why we can't get back there together to have awesome events with great prizes. And now we've got the ability to archive them, which is a lot of fun. Jason here, down to 6, scrying on the play. Wasteland Lotus. Decisions. Contemplating baiting with the Sphere. Hangerback Walker and Sphere of Resistance. The Sphere gets forced. Hangerback is in there. Sensei's Top. Pretty much no matter how you sequence that, the Sphere is going to be the thing that gets forced. It's the real danger. Voltaic Key and using top trick to tap and draw. For those unfamiliar, Sensei's Divining Top. You can tap to draw a card and then put it on top of your library. If the Sensei's Top is no longer in play when that ability resolves, it doesn't go on top of the library. So you can use Sensei's Top to go on to tap to draw, untap it, tap to draw again. That will go on top of the library, and then you'll draw a card, essentially netting you a card each turn. It's a little grindy, very difficult to do under Spheres, but it's definitely better than nothing. It can definitely let you grind out some of the more difficult matchups. Now, Tolarian Academy coming down for Jason. Going to tap for 2. Does not have a target for that Wasteland yet. And there's Erayo. See if we can get to 3 spells. Get a soft lock here on Workshops. Shops not really able to play through a card like a flipped Erayo very easily. They generally want to be playing their bombs off the top, especially after they go Hellbent. And Walking Ballista just ratcheting up here. And Jason not going to trade in that Phyrexian Revoker. Feels a little too important. Stopping the Sensei's Top. There's a Lodestone Golem. That's going to get a Force of Will. So just chipping away here with a 2/2 Hangerback Walker. Merchant Scroll, just 2 other cards in hand. And that looks like a Mind Bend. Not sure what that card actually is. Looks like it's a proxy for Ancestral Recall. There's the Time Vault. Mana Crypt, land, Time Vault, flip Erayo, and taking an extra turn. Gonna need a way to get rid of this Mana Crypt. Wastelanding Underground Sea. And there's a Vamp Tutor during the upkeep. Looks like he's going to be able to grab Tinker. That should be a wrap from there. Tinker for Blightsteel. That'll do. So Justin taking down our first round here of the ELD Open.
That's all for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please help grow the channel by subscribing. You'll be notified when we upload new videos like Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic with commentary, or Untapped, our raw tournament gameplay. Thanks for watching.